MXGP of Flanders at Lommel is quite simply one of the toughest racetracks in the world physically for a motocross rider. The surface is relentless, the sand is unforgiving, it's so deep, and just when you think it couldn't get any deeper, it does. A lot of the teams are based around Lommel, they have their workshops there, a lot of the riders train there on a regular basis, but we all know that training at Lommel and also racing a GP there are two totally different things. Racing a GP there is even more relentless, and the riders really have to dig deep physically, use all their stamina, use all their energy, and it is classed as one of the toughest racetracks in the world. And when the sun is shining, it's even tougher.
Nick Venneken's in MX2, riding in his own private team, VNT Racing. Last year he rode the MX250, rode a couple of rounds as a wild card, well 10 in fact, half the series where the schedule allowed. And he did score on a couple of occasions. One of those was in Belgium, the other was in Sweden. So 2025 coming in as a full-time sort of rookie to the class, debut season if you like. And so expecting, not sure big things, but just continuity, and just trying to learn and evolve and grow as every race goes on, kind of thing. And so coming into Lommel, you know, he scored on a handful of occasions, and if you compare that to where he was last year, that is improvement, and I'm sure he's going to be happy with that.
Nice sleeping place for a weekend.
Here you sleep?
Yeah, the bed come out to here so I can race. And, normally we stay at a hotel, but it's a home GP, yeah, it's nice to sleep here. I like it.
You live close to here? To
5 minutes from here.
Yeah, and do you train a lot here in Lommel?
Yeah, almost every Wednesday.
Really?
Yeah, because I have to work still a couple of hours, and then after work we come here to train it.
And is it difficult, the sand, or you like it?
It's completely different on training and now on a GP. The different sand they put on, so yeah, cannot. It's not the same like on training.
Yeah.
In front of my friends was so stressful. I don't know why, but it feels like, and that's so bad weekend for me riding wise. But yeah, we learn from the bad weekends and see what the future brings us. Lily is 3 months old, and so yeah, it's like a baby. The first time on the track, and she likes it, I think. So
she's always with you?
Huh?
She's always with you every race?
No, it's the first time.
First time?
Yeah, first time here, because it's like 5 minutes from our house, so it's easy. Because she go home with my mom to sleep and all, so. But if feeding or something, she's not coming here with us.
Yeah.
I end up going 2 steps back. So tonight, I'm just gonna let this one ride. You know what I mean? One unique, one special.
Coming into Lommel and the MXGP of Flanders, of course, all eyes focused in the MX2 category right at the top. Simon Langenfelder with a 47-point advantage over Andrea Adamo. Kai de Wolf another 12 points further back. And for Kai de Wolf, the defending champion, he's really in a sort of tough situation if he's to regain this title that he won in 2024, because after Finland, when he won all 3 races and did that 60-point haul, he got himself back into contention. That work all came undone a week ago in Czech Republic, and now coming into Lommel, you favour de Wolf to go ahead and get another 60 points. like he was just holding that right arm there, and he's facing the wrong way.
What is wrong? Oh, what is right? What is right? 'Cause now it's too late. No, 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 too late. No, 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 too late. No, 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 too late. No, no, now it's too late. No, 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 too late. No, 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 too late. No, 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 too late.
Oh, Langenfelder going down as well. Just got unlucky.
Now it's too late.
Coonan again.
Just before where he crashed yesterday.
Now it's too late.
Heider Wolf, he wins race 1 here.
Now we're putting on the knee braces for the safety that it keep the knee and the leg sometimes safety more, that we don't break the knee or something. I like the skinny pants more, because when the baggy pants like all loose and on your ass like all loose, and I don't like it, because I don't, if the pants moves, and I like it to be tight on my legs, and it's more comfortable. I feel for riding. Yeah. MX2 is completely different to the EMX. Yeah, they're more men, I think, how to say it. Yeah, it's more kids in the EMX. But yeah, I like it. It's more racing than in the EMX, more fighting. Start was okay, but someone fell for me, so I had to move out. And after 3-4 laps my bike stalls, and when I did running was 1 minute later, so, and after 1 lap the bike falls down again, so I had to pull over for the last race, but the riding went better and better, so keep it positive and looking forward to Sweden.
He's going to be absolutely spewing underneath that helmet, because had a pretty decent start, got to where he needed to be, but just couldn't turn. Instead he got pushed out as Vok was coming in behind him. Going after his fellow countryman though, Valerio Latta, again jumping long. Little things like that, just a bit more momentum. And it's been a perfect day at the beach for Heider Wolf. The Nestan Husqvarna factory racing rider goes 1-1-1 here this weekend.
Congrats, son. I came across crazy, and they made a big pileup. Oh, yeah, it's good.
It really was amazing to see how hard Sasha Kunin worked for his podium at Lommel. I mean, he was riding on the limit. He hit the deck on several occasions, but he kept on dusting himself off. He kept on coming back. Now fourth in the standings, he could well be building towards a very hard title charge in 2026.
A fantastic result for Camden McClellan there. Second overall, matching his best day with 3-2 scores. He's now done pretty much everything apart from win a GP. It's his third career podium. He of course had that race win in Trentino on hardpack as well. If Camden can take that confidence and bring it to every single round, he could seriously be a force to be reckoned with, especially as he approaches maybe a third year with the Monster Energy Triumph Racing team.
The MX2 World Championship has again seen the momentum swing back to Kai de Wolf, who was on a totally different level in the deep sand of Lommel. But the question is, can he continue to claw back those points of Simon Langenfelder, especially when most of the remaining tracks at the end of the season are all on harder surfaces?
The new workshop is exists like this. So before we went 10-11 years, we rent a workshop, and the owner, he said just before Corona, "Hans, sorry, but I want to come by myself in the workshop, and yeah, sorry, but can you look for another one?" So I start searching for another workshop in the area of Genk, Hasselt, Beringen. I couldn't find what I want. And then I decided, you know what, I will invest in the future, in real estate, and I buy some land, and I drone the workshop how I had in mind, and then I give to the architect, and the result is now there. Yeah.
When you're young, you kind of like play around with all different numbers, and I was number 10 on the, I think it was PV50 or something when I was really young. I changed some numbers after that. But when I came to Europe, I was looking for a number, and number 10 just kind of like stood out to me. I thought this is a really cool number, try to be as low as possible to number 1. And I did some research about it, and it was Greg Albertijn. Greg Albertijn was world champion with number 10. And I think he was one of the first South Africans to be world champion. So that's why I went with number 10 to try and replicate that.
How's the feeling today? Yesterday was good.
Yeah, it was good. That was good. I was happy with my riding and the feeling. So I tried to save my energy as much as I could. I knew that today is going to be, it's the important day, you know. So yesterday was just to get a good start pick and maybe get some points. So today I'm feeling good. Hopefully carry the momentum into the races and just try and get 2 solid starts. Don't have to push too hard in the beginning, and try to save my energy for the end of the races.
What kind of training do you do approaching this kind of race, like the week before?
It's a really easy week, especially because we had Lockett last weekend, and physically it was quite tough also, so tried to manage my body quite well, especially this weekend is going to be rough. So I knew that recovery is very important to be sharp for this weekend. So I did one training in the week on Wednesday, but it was very easy just to try to get some feeling. Because obviously we raced hardpack last weekend and then we would race deep sand this weekend. So just try and get the feeling in the sand.
Gates drop. Bit of bar banging and Coonan gets left behind. Febvre up the inside and riders do go wide. Fernandez was one of those guys, but it's Febvre who leads coming into turn 2. Gifting there behind him in second. Hurling's in third. And Van Donnik in 4th place on the 32. Then in the middle in yellow we got Jago Geerts. Big hit for Jago Geerts. Tried to stay with the bike as long as possible. Couldn't get off. Romain Febvre and Lucas Coonan separated by 10 points on the Saturday going into the qualifying race. Lucas Coonan draws first blood, so we're down to 9. The response from Romain Febvre is it needs to be immediate. He gets a good start. Lucas Coonan is playing catch up. And then we get to the mid part of the race, everybody is watching that battle. Febvre, he's just been sitting out there minding his own business. Coonan is the one that's having to chase. How much energy did he burn trying to close in on the Frenchman? Fantastic racecraft from Romain Febvre to sit there, to manage it from the front, just to keep one eye on what was going on. He knew exactly where Coonan was. And from Febvre's state of mind, he knew exactly what he had left in the tank. He'd had an easy race, if you can call racing at Lommel easy. But compared to Coonan, who was having to fight through traffic and switch left and right to get himself into contention. But a perfect race for Romain Febvre to get the gap back out to 10 points going into race 2.
In our home GP after race 1 with Calvin, he had the 3rd place, so he did a really good first heat. So between the races, yeah, he was really tired, like everybody, I guess, in Lommel. We didn't change anything on the bike because he was happy with the bike, and he want to really go full for podium. He had before already 2 podiums in Lommel, he told us, and he really wanted to have again one. Also in the home GP with Jago, yeah, we go into Lommel with, sorry to say, with some expectations. Also by himself, he want to go for top 5 because everybody know and we know, and especially himself. Yeah, in Lommel is his place, is his track. He really liked that track. So yeah, first heat he had a really good start. He was in front, 3rd place, and yeah, he was fighting for the 5th place, the 4th place with Van Donink until the big crash came. But he was riding really well so far until that moment, and then it came out of the air, bam, the big crash again. Also in Saint-Jean he makes such a big crash that he go over the bar. So yeah, really strange. Yeah. He said, okay, bike should be in neutral. Yeah, we cannot really see that he was in neutral, so we have to believe the kid. But it's for him really hard because he was coming again again he was coming back to the level where he belonged, and again this bummer. So I really hope that in Ireland he can click, and yeah, as I said before, we can go for 2 times top 10.
Good start this for Vlaanderen as well, and Bonacorsi. Bonacorsi coming home in race 1 in 9th place. Oh, Gifting down. His time at the front cut short this time around. Gifting out of 3rd. Koonen, he likes to go big on that wall jump. He's going to try and cut to the inside. Oh, nice! Goes even further, goes a long way round. Vlaanderen tries to read it well. And he does. Sides his way past the front of the Belgian. Yeah. This is a proper tear-up between these two. Oh, Vlaanderen just lights at the back end, tips out of 5th place. Quickly rejoins and remounts. That may have been his chance of a podium. 3rd overall scuppered in that moment there. But the gap at the moment is staying stable. All 3 riders in 205 territory, 205.4, 0.8 and 0.3 for the Herlings, Fevre and Koonen freight train. Oh, Herlings has thrown it away again.
Jeffrey Herlings was a little bit of an enigma coming into Lommel. Will he be the king of sand coming into that sand race, especially when he's coming off the back of an injury? So we saw in race 2, Jeffrey Herlings definitely has the speed. He took the whole shot, he was pushing. He did make a mistake that shows he's perhaps not where he needs to be just yet, but he was using Lommel maybe as a bit of a warm-up before the next sand race in Arnhem.
And once again, the top 2 are going to go toe-to-toe because there's only 1.3 seconds between Fevre and Koonen. And he goes through here, back end, that one coming out of nowhere. Fans on their feet, and he does it on a part of a racetrack where Fevre's not able to respond.
And he didn't expect it.
No.
Roman did not expect that pass.
Calvin Vlaanderen here. I mean, really, this last few races, he's really starting to find his feet in this championship chase. The Monster Energy Yamaha factory rider, of course, got on the podium in Finland for the first time and looking to make it 2 from 3 rounds here this weekend. Isaac Gifting.
That's about right, yep.
God,
that's about
Isaac.
right.
Charges down the inside. Look at that. What a reception for Lucas Koonen. They came to see a Belgian victory here in Flanders. Celebrates on the final couple of corners. Lucas Koonen is going to be the first Belgian to win on home soil since Kevin Strijbos 2016 on a Suzuki. The national anthem will play loud and proud around this Lommel Wood circuit as Koonen wins at home. All in all, the MXGP of Flanders, Lommel, Belgium was an absolute corker, an absolute cracker. 3rd overall for Calvin Vlaanderen on the Monster Energy Yamaha. His 2nd podium of the season. Of course, he got on the podium in Finland. 3 and 5 place, or 3rd and 5th place finishes for him. And at the toughest racetrack for most, but for someone like Calvin Vlaanderen, it's a place that he absolutely relishes coming to. So great to see him back on the podium, 3rd overall. 2nd overall, Roman Fevre. Again, a fascinating contest between him and Lucas Koonen at the top. A proper game of cat and mouse from the qualifying race, which first blood went to Lucas Koonen, the first race win going to Roman Fevre, and then of course another great battle between the two. In this case, Roman Fevre not having the answer for Koonen, and it was Koonen who went on to win not just the race but the Grand Prix. The first Grand Prix win at home for a Belgian in the Premier class since Kevin Strijbos in 2016, so absolutely massive. And the way that he did it was just cool, calm, calculating as well. So 2nd overall, Roman Fevre, the overall Grand Prix win, fascinating. And, you know, the way that he handled himself, Lucas Koonen, top step of the podium. And 9 points as we leave Lommel and head to Sweden.
Oh, I'm so stoked, man. It was a dogfight there. Like I said, it was going to be, I knew it was going to be tough. And I was in position, but I knew Glenn was pushing and he was trying to get Andrea. And I know Andrea's strong, but I was like, if I could try and get Glenn, then I know that I have Podium. So I just push. And 2 laps to go, I got a back marker in the way and I almost crashed. And then I was like, you know what, let me just ride it home and hopefully Glenn doesn't pass Andrea. So happy to do it. Like a lot of my family is here and all my friends. So happy.
Okay.